know what time we start every day, but you insist on showing up late. And how come you don't have any pants on? Come on, let's get to work. Just a side note. We cut a bunch of stuff off the back of this one. And it looks like a big pile of junk. But it's not. This is the start of our next project. Any guesses? Nothing? Just wait. It's a surprise. You'll find out soon. For starters, we are going to get this all laid out, cut it off, and weld on the back side of another door so that it follows this correctly. Okay, I'm not going to have a wing window anymore. All I'm going to do is one solid piece of glass, and it's not going to be able to open. And it's going to be to the back of the cab, unfortunately. But I'm going to tint the windows anyway, so it ain't going to much matter. Let's get this laid on the table, start marking it out, and we'll get her cut. Ready for layout. I don't know if you guys have ever pulled the hardware out of these doors. I don't know what the trick is, so I was pretty rough with it. But yeah, I got extra parts. We'll figure it out. Anyways, my plan is I want to retain this up here because that's part of the body line. So I'm going to leave myself some slack. I'm going to cut down here. And then I need to retain this as well. So that's going to get cut. So you see how this comes up like that. This will stay nice and pretty. I'm not exactly sure how much of the top of the door I need yet. So I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to take, I don't know, probably 2/3 of it. So I'm going to cut all this out. And then this driver's side door will go on the driver's side rear cab door. It'll be right here. So we're going to start with this. I'll probably do the other door as well. And then we can start cutting this out, trimming this up, make that look nice. Put all that together. We can add our piece, figure out what I need for panel gaps and stuff. Get this all lined up. Just make everything pretty. Now we're going to pull all the hardware, windows, hinges, trim, any and everything we can get off it. It'll just make everything a little bit easier. And we're going to get this piece laid out, marked perfectly. It's kind of hard to see like this, but that's what it's going to look like. We're going to have to fill those holes. Get her all welded up, it'll be good to go. I actually bought a whole pickup from my buddy Levi, and it had 2 good doors on it and a few other parts. I got some absolutely terrible news today. Apparently, Pat Sajak is retiring from Wheel of Fortune. Son of a! What's the guy supposed to do? He's irreplaceable. So much for being a wheel watcher. Sad. Anyways, let's get some measurements. Get all this marked out. Cut it down. Tack it up. It's good to go. So I busted all that plastic stuff out and got the trim, and then I noticed this hiding underneath there. I don't know if it's factory. Let me know if you guys know. Slight change of plans. Rather than replacing all of that, I am going to cut around this. I'm going to save this edge. And I'm also going to cut over here and drop down. It's going to save me a bunch of screwing around. The next thing that I need to do is I'm going to cut this off. Cut it off here and here. And maybe take a little bit of this off. The reason I'm going to do that is because I need to get this situated inside there so that I can hang the doors, close them, and then move this around where I need to, and then I can weld this in. That way all my gaps and everything are going to be correct, if that makes sense. And I'll have to do the exact same thing at the exact same time as this one. Kind of even it out. So let's get to it. This is as far as I'm going to go with the doors until I bolt them onto the frames. And then I can see what I need to trim to make it fit nice. So now I'm going to clean this up. Ready to go. Time to cut the second door up. I know what you're thinking. Well, that door's really nice. And the camera's lying. It's got like a dent right here. And then also, you can see this. It's all like bent in. I don't know how it happened, but it's all pushed in. And I don't feel like messing with it, so I'm gonna cut it up. This is about as close as I'm gonna be able to get it until we get these hinge pockets tucked away in there. So I'm gonna trim all this up now, get all that put together. We can bolt the doors in, and then we can start moving stuff, figuring out what I need to cut off the doors, because this stuff ain't gonna line up right. I'm gonna have to cut a bunch more out of this, so we're getting there, slowly but surely. Got the doors kind of trimmed up. I got this trimmed up, Now I need to cut an opening here for that to go in. But, man, this is a lot of work. Hopefully you can kind of get a feel for it. If you squint, she looks pretty good. That's going to do it for episode 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back next week. We're going to cut even more stuff up. Doesn't stop. But we'll get there eventually. You know, I still got 47 weeks. That's plenty of time. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. And support small YouTube. We need your help. We're poor and hungry. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day.